Another chilly morning. We're at that time of year. I think we got down to about 36 last night. Nose is running from it. But we're gonna try to get a couple things I've been putting off. I got to get materials for this today. But the backside of this chicken coop, we have a rejected chicken. She was injured when she was young, so I put her by herself, and now nobody's accepting her back. So we're gonna put a little pen up right here for her. Just as an extension off the back of this. These guys here, which are our newest chickens, these are ones we hatched ourselves. This is part of the chocolate cross, so these should actually be pure chocolates, to tell you the truth. Got a few roosters in there as well. We got too many roosters in there. I think we got like 3 or 4, and they're gonna go in there. Not sure what I'm gonna do with the roosters. Hopefully they get along okay. And then we have to build a new coop for our buffs. So winter's coming. We got to get all the animals all situated up. I got some work to do on the pig pen. We'll not get that today, but I have a few items I'll pick up to go ahead and get that done. This has been here since we moved in. I've been meaning to cut it. Obviously in the summer, this was like a brush fire waiting to happen if I tried to bust out the chainsaw. So we got pretty strict rules and just common sense stuff about not doing that during the summer months. So I would like to get this cut up because this has probably been down for at least 2 years, so that's ready to burn. So that's just money sitting there, so might as well cut that up, get rocking and rolling with that. First we're going to do the chores, and then my homesteading tip of the day. Homesteading tip of the day is to get your energy sources in order. So we have to shore up some firewood this week and get fuel on the property for the winter. So whether that's for running the gator, which will have the snowplow on the front, or have the generator running because I don't have the solar installed yet. All those things, because energy is going to not only go up in price, we are going to have shortages this winter. So it's going to probably affect different areas in different capacities, but we will most certainly have price spikes in natural gas, propane, diesel, gasoline, as well as shortages. So if you have the ability to store some of that on your property, certainly firewood and some diesel or fuel, extra propane containers, I would suggest you do that. All right, let's get to the chores. Shot of the mountaintop just sticking above the fog line there. It's pretty cool. Oh, I forgot to bring out your feed dish after I cleaned it, didn't I? Alright, well, let's move you guys. Move you. Let's put you on solid ground. All right, we're down here at the shop, and I have to say, that getting this gator was such a great idea for us. I mean, it's got so much utility. Having the shop, our shop is maybe 600-700 feet away from the house, so if I have to move anything heavy from one spot to the other, I would have had to take the tractor or hook up the trailer to the back of the vehicle, which gets kind of a pain in the butt, especially if we're talking about like rock, soil, wood, anything that I can dump and I don't have to shovel or scoop or lift up with my back. I've always been like one of those people who say, well, if I don't put in a bunch of physical effort, then I don't feel accomplished during the day, which is pretty stupid. Yes, I still have my junker trailer back there that I have not turned into a logging trailer yet because my sawmill's not up. So that will be a logging trailer at some point. I basically got that for free, like 150, 200 bucks or something. Good frame on it. So still sitting there a year and a half later. So the gator is just fantastic for that. It really makes things easier, and you can get more done and not wear out your back, which is something I really got to focus on. Speaking of what we were talking about before, storing energy, I got a few gallons I need to put into the on-site fuel tank here, our new old farm tank, which needs a clear coat, which needs to be done the next day or two. It needs a clear coat. It's got some rust on it, but we picked this up for a very reasonable price. It's not crazy. It's not like one of those big underground storage tanks. Didn't really have time to do that or want to put that much resource into it, but it's going to be enough to run the small equipment around the property for sure. All right, so we got a few gallons of fuel put in there, and I want to get it to a certain level, so I'm just adding to it right now. And then what we'll do is, as I use it, assuming I can still get it at a reasonable price, we're just going to keep topping it off as we use the tank, and that way just keep consistent fuel on the property for the gator and tractors and things like that. So two things you got to have. You got to have the stable. And for those of you that don't know, this is for longer term storage. It helps your fuel, get up to like 2 years, because gasoline just goes to heck pretty quick. I mean, and the higher octane that you have, the longer it'll last. So if you had premium fuel and you put stable in it, you could probably get 2.5 years out of it. I wouldn't bet on more than 2 years, but you could probably be fine with 2.5 years. And then this is the oil enhancer and fuel treatment. So if you've got stagnant gasoline that you've had maybe for 12 months, let's just say, and then you mix in this with it before you put it in the vehicle, and any gumming or any lack of combustion from it evaporating and kind of just getting stagnant, this will help rectify that solution. So get some of this, not necessarily this brand, I mean anything, any octane booster or similar product, along with the stable, and you can keep your fuel rocking and rolling. We got some wood to chop up here before we leave. Hopefully make it to the farm store today. Got a few other errands to run while I do this, so I'm going to get on working on chopping up some of this wood and getting that stacked and put away here. had to cut the old wood cutting short. I took a bunch of supplements on an empty stomach, so I started to get nauseous. But we got to get down, run some errands, and then get to the feed store and see if they have any manure. And then we'll get straw and probably hay as well. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on that now. All right, there we are in luck. They still got some running pretty low. This aisle's way back, but they still got some of the 75-pound bales. So we're gonna load up these, get going. All right, there we go. We got it loaded up. So we got our straw, got some alfalfa bales for the pigs, and time to head on home. Well, no manure, but at least we have some straw, some bedding for the animals, and then some alfalfa hay there for the pigs. Mostly it's the swine maintenance feed that the pigs have. They've been out and they've been getting, we feed them grass and stuff like that, but they're not going to get majority of their diet from those. So we do have this just to give them some good fibers and keep their gut healthy over the winter. We always give them little treats and other stuff as well. But this was $70 for 12 of these small straw bales, which is got to be $30 probably over what it was just a year and a half ago, if not more recent. With the drought out west really knocked things down. Same with these bales down here. I want to say those came out to maybe $14, $15 a bale, which again is, I think it was $13 or $14 a bale. I'll have to check. But I mean, that's almost twice of what it should be. These are probably $7, $8 bales this time last year, or certainly 2019. So, when you're trying to prepare for this winter, things are just going to get tighter and tighter with, especially if you're out west of the Mississippi, hay and straw are much tighter as far as inventory, and people are going to be stocking up. So you got to get that stuff quickly and make sure you have what you need to get you until you can put your animals back out on pasture. So, if that's May or if that's March in your area, or maybe it's April, it just depends. But so since we don't have storage for these, we're going to pallet them and tarp them for now. And hopefully before snow hits, we'll have a decent spot to store them. Don't want to put them in the shop. We have too many valuable things in there as far as household belongings. We still haven't got up to the house. And I don't want to attract a good bedding area for mice. So we're not going to put them in the shop. So we're just going to try tarping out here, probably on the concrete pad, and then going from there. But I got to unhook the trailer. Got more stuff to do today. So I got to get this thing unhooked, and we'll get rocking. All right, sorry, got a little dark on me here. Been a long day. Just finished stacking up some wood, getting things put away. So the name of the game is, just be prepared for having some of those items that you're going to need this winter to maybe be in short supply, or just ridiculously expensive as they become in short supply. So you might be able to get them, but maybe a cord of wood in your area goes from $200 to $400 or something along those lines, because people can. If people can, they will do that kind of stuff. All in all, we're just doing what we can to get ready for winter, as we have a few nice days here. It was actually turned out to be a pretty good day. It really did. Not bad at all. And then your energy stuff. So firewood, fuel additives, natural gas, propane. Can't really store natural gas, but you get my point. Store your propane if you've got, we cook with propane, so it's basically the only thing we really use propane for, but I'm going to make sure I have enough to make it through winter, just in case that becomes an issue. Oh, Harold's onto something. What are you doing, buddy? I better go check on that. All right, so probably won't get to editing this tonight, but appreciate you watching. We'll get back to you next time.